indie brand in the history of indie brands is releasing a palette these upcoming 2 weeks, and LIMECRIME? Are they going bankrupt? I think they're gone. Hello and welcome to another week of new makeup releases, where I am going to chat about the new makeup that's been released, announced, and sneak peeked, and I'm also going to give you some thoughts about some industry news that have been coming out. We're definitely going to touch on the LIMECRIME thing because I find that incredibly interesting to see, basically. And then you let me know how you feel about these things down in the description box. We will be slightly touching on what's on my face as well. I have been filming this, so this week is a doozy. I'm very excited to let you know that this video is sponsored by Halara. I love Halara clothes. I wear them all the time. You can find anything from workout wear, workwear, just everyday wear, loungewear. You can find anything at Halara, and I use some of their pieces all the time. And the brand philosophy at Halara is to dress with a sense of ease, never to dress to try to become somebody else, and to just simply be perfectly imperfect. You can use my discount code to get 20% off full priced items at Halara. They will also be having upcoming Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals. That sale will be ongoing from the 22nd of November until the 2nd of December. All the things that I'm going to be trying out in this video will be linked down below in the description box, so don't forget to check that out. Speaking of fun everyday wear, this is such a cute velvet dress. This dress is a perfect date night, everyday wear. You put a blazer on top of this, you could wear this every day, and it's such a nice fit, and it's just a really nice color for fall if you're looking for something comfortable but still appropriate for honestly quite a lot of occasions. And this is one of the things that I really love about Halara. Their pieces are versatile and comfortable, and they feel even more comfortable than they look. The next thing, again perfect for fall, is this little houndstooth mini skirt. This one has shorts underneath, so again, even though it's a mini skirt, you will feel perfectly safe. It will keep you covered and is very comfortable with a nice stretch and a super soft material. And same with this one. I am a huge Corduroy fan, and I love yellow, and this little mini skirt in yellow, same here, it has those little shorts underneath, so you are perfectly secure. This is perfect for like fall time with like boots, doing some errands, going on a date, going for coffee. You can wear this with like some woolen tights as well, be super cute. And this is what Halara does really nice, just everyday wear that is again very versatile. I also have a little jacket. Like I told you, I love Corduroy. I think it is so cute, and this is a crop jacket with some little buttons, and it is this beautiful cream color, and it's like a little boxy and cropped, and this is just so cute with jeans, with work pants, over a dress, or even wearing with the skirts that I'm showing here. These kind of crop jackets are just so versatile and the perfect like fall going into like winter option. And also crop things like this are perfect to have over like hoodies or knits when it starts getting a little bit more cooler. But for Texas, this is a perfect like winter jacket. Honestly, it doesn't get super cold here most of the time, and I love this cream color. I've been really into taking long walks in the morning, and I've been loving wearing the Halara tights for that. They're so comfortable and you are so secure. This one has like the ruching in the back. These are beautiful like ombre ones, super nice. I love the rib material, and it feels so comfortable. It's a really nice soft comfortable material, and it's a really nice stretchy waistband that's stretchy enough so it's not uncomfortable but still keeps you like holds you in a little bit. And these are just perfect for long walks or if you're heading to the gym. I also wanted to show you because I got this top before from Halara. It's this really nice like sports bra top alternative, and I found a pair of tights in the same color. Again, stretchy and nice, super nice fabric, and I've been wearing these two together because this one I had from before together on my morning walk. Sometimes I put something over, sometimes I don't, depending on how warm it is, and it's just been this perfect matching set. And I love this like just happy light blue color for like getting extra motivation, having a cute outfit on when you're trying to do some kind of a, I don't know, workout. Can we call a walk that? It's just such a helper to get started and to keep going, and I have been absolutely loving this set. I also wanted to mention again, which most probably is my most worn item from Halara, and it is these like little like overalls, like long rompers that I have from Halara. These are so comfortable, and you can wear them with a long sleeve underneath as well for like fall. They are cute running errands, they're cute at home, they're cute when you're out on like in the yard. They're just so stinking cute and so comfortable. They have pockets, they don't like cling to anything, and they're just the most comfortable but still incredibly good looking thing I have in my closet. And I even have this in 2 colors. I just think this is amazing, so I just wanted to let you know again how much I love this one. And a lot of things from Halara comes in a bunch of different colors. Some items even come in different lengths on the legs, and the sizing of the items usually goes from XS to 4X. I did talk a little bit about fabrics, but fabrics on Halara items are just so comfortable. They feel so soft and just the perfect amount of stretch, and they're well curated to make the perfect fit on the items. And Halara really strives to have a good pricing on the items so that you can get good quality products at a fair price. So please let me know which of these items were your favorite item. Don't forget, if you want to order something from Halara, you can use my code. But also remember, Black Friday and Cyber Monday is coming. They're gonna have a bunch of different deals, so do check that one out as well. Check the description box for more info. And thank you again so much, Halara, for sponsoring this video. I am such a big fan and I use Halara items all the time. Also, there will be a live for my members, tier 2 and tier 3. The information is already in the community tab. That's gonna be on Saturday morning. We're just gonna be having a little Zoom group hangout, catching up, maybe talking about Black Friday, maybe talking about upcoming releases. Maybe I'll even give some sneak peeks about upcoming things that are coming, but find the information about that in the community tab. And if you want to join in, my membership is always open. You can read more about that either in the description box or in the button next to the subscribe button. If you want to join in, get some more content, join in on the Zooms, maybe see my tutorials, or if you just want to support the channel a little bit extra. And if you don't want that, or if that is not for you, don't worry, this channel will stay the same. I will still upload as much as I always do. And this week has been bananas because there's so many things going on. Everybody is, let me scoochie. Everybody is releasing things. Everybody is having launches and sneak peeks and stuff that they want promoted or showcased. And it's fun, but it is also absolute mayhem. Absolute mayhem, but it is what it is. What should we start with? Let's start about something that as I'm filming this has just been revealed and was just released as well. And that is the Unearthly Cosmetics Just a Taste. This one is a full collection, but I have the palette because I know the other things weren't able to reach the warehouse in time to be sent out as PR, and I've had this for a little bit. This is the Just a Taste palette from Unearthly Cosmetics. And this is a full collection. This is like almost like a grungy vampire meets Christmas color story. Right? Isn't that what this is? It's actually pretty cool. There is some purple, some red, some greens, and I will say that is definitely the color story of this holiday season because you will see more. You will see more next week. This is all I do. See, I will on Sunday, if everything goes as planned, I will have my indie Black Friday guide on Sunday. I just need to sit down and collect myself basically, but yeah, just know that one is coming on Sunday unless something weird happens. But this is already available. You can use my code Unearthly and get 10% off. Unearthly does their yearly big sale. They do around Halloween, so they usually do not do a Black Friday sale. So if you were wanting to get this will not be discounted. I can tell you already, all the new things that are being released now or on Black Friday, I can almost promise you that they're not going to be discounted on Black Friday. They're probably just going to discount like the other things on the website. But yeah, that's what this one looks like. I have not filmed anything with this one yet, but I for sure will. The other thing that I have, and that is from Didi's Signature, and I have it here, and she, as I'm filming this, has not shown the entire palette. She has only shown 3 of the 4 rows, so I'm not going to be opening this palette and showing you this one, but this one I have filmed a look with already. I'm going to do another one of my several indie palettes, several looks. I don't know what is getting included in it. I don't know what other palettes, but I do know that this one is getting included because I already filmed the look, and I am blown away by how that look turned out. It was so beautiful, and I think that this palette is stunning. This one, I don't know when this is being released, but check the description box for more info. All the things that I'm talking about, you can find more info in the description box. And if anything is already available, I will link it in YouTube Shopping as well for your convenience. If you do use any of my links or my codes, those are affiliated. And thank you so much for supporting the channel and enabling me to keep doing this full time like I do. But this palette, Is this my new favorite palette from DD Signature? I think it might be. I'm very impressed with this one and I cannot wait for you to see it. We've also seen a sneak peek, and this is the new Ensley Rain palette. This is Light in Your Eyes palette, and this is of course totally unrelated to what's on my eyes right now. This palette is part of a full collection, and this is probably going to be up on my channel as a dedicated video tomorrow or on Sunday. I don't know, but I have filmed something, just a quick swatching and trying stuff out, just showcasing, because I want to help you in your purchasing decisions. You are not supposed to buy all of this. You are supposed to make up your decision, looking at all these reviews, looking at all these swatches, deciding if you want one or two or none of them, which is also perfectly fine. Sometimes it's okay to just watch things from afar. Things do not get prettier because you own them. Maybe you're just entertained seeing what's out there, and that's what I'm trying to help you with, like helping you in your purchasing decisions. You are not supposed to buy all of this. That's not what this is. That's not what this is. But there will be something on this one. They haven't shown the inside as I'm filming this, but I can tell you right now what I said when I opened that palette. I opened it up and I said out loud, oh, this is going to be Ensley Rain's most popular palette to date. That's what I said when I opened that palette. You do with that information as you will. And both with DD Signature and Ensley Rain, you can use my code and get some money off once they're releasing. This, though, I know is releasing on Black Friday. This one I already did a video on, and that is live, and I will link it down below. And this is the new collection from Lethal Cosmetics. I am so excited to see where Lethal Cosmetics is now. For a kind of a long time, I always thought that Lethal Cosmetics had great shimmer formula, okay matte formula, but they did something. They went and they did a change, and I am so impressed with the quality that they have right now. It swatches beautifully, it's beautiful to work with, it layers, it blends, the shimmers, metallics are stunning, and I really enjoy this color story. It is like a pinky purpley blue taupe. It's got some really interesting shimmers in there. It's got an incredible silver in there. And they're also doing some multichrome eyeliner pens, and they're doing some more colored mascaras and a black liquid lipstick. And like I said, I do have a full video on this, swatching, trying it. And if you like this color story, I can tell you right now that you will like the quality. Unless we have very different tastes in quality, but I thought it was beautiful. Also, I didn't mention that in my video, but I will put it in my description box of the video. They gave me a discount code. This is a non-affiliated code that will give you 10% off the full collection, the full Spellcraft collection, until the last of December. The code is Agnieszka10, and it only works on the Spellcraft collection, and it gives you 10% off until the end of the year if you were interested in this collection. And I think that's the only way right now that you can get a discount on this collection is with that code. I don't think there's any other codes that will give you a discount on this, and this is also not included in their Black Friday sale. So if you are interested in this one, do use that code. It's not affiliated. I don't make any money off it, but it's just for you to get some extra money off if you were interested. This one I also have. Wait, let me get this one because I have this one here somewhere, and I also have it. I was not kidding in the beginning. Indie brands, whew, they are in another gear this year. Oh, bananas. Okay, this is the Vintage Neutrals by Arttitude Cosmetics. Think this one is launching next week as well. Let me double check the information that we have. It doesn't say anything here when this one is releasing, but there are more things to this thing. So I think these might also be releasing next week during Black Friday. I'm just saying that right now. I don't know a release date, but that is what I would expect. So this one is called Vintage Neutrals. And what I will say, oh no, she already said it's 2 palettes. I remember last post now. There's another palette. She's already said that. And what I will say, this color story is pretty, I don't want to say chaotic. I don't know if I mean chaotic. I don't know if I truly mean chaotic. But I don't think these are neutrals. And I wouldn't name these neutrals. Even as someone who loves bright colors, I don't think this is neutrals. I think that this could have been vintage. I do get that it is a vintage sheen on these colors, but there is truly only like 4 neutrals in here, maybe 5. I would say maybe a third is neutrals and the rest is more either muted colors or more like almost like vintage, like not pastels, but a little brighter than pastels. It is a fun color story. I prefer when a color story is a little bit more gradient and not this jumbled up, but I do know that Arttitude Cosmetics always put their palettes like this, so I'm assuming that they prefer it like this. They have great quality, so I'm sure this is going to be beautiful. I am, though, a little calling it vintage neutrals. I think that is a little bit of a missed opportunity because I don't think that these are neutrals. I think they're pretty bright, and I think most people would agree with that. With that being said, it is a very interesting color story, and this one is one of those toppers, like a pink to green, which I think will be very, very pretty with a lot of these colors in here. There's a mustard. I love a mustard. There's some greens. I love the pop of this like almost pistachio ice cream together with the mustard down here. Again, I think this will be a really fun time playing around with. Would I call it vintage neutrals? No, because I don't think that that's what this is. But I think also there's been a lot of palettes this year that have been named something where I'm like, is that really what it is? Is that what it is? You can use my code at Arttitude Cosmetics as well once these are launching to get 10% off. Arttitude Cosmetics is a UK-based indie brand, in case that is of any like help to you. We also have another release, and this is from WhatsUp Beauty. I also have these in front of me. Let me double check when these are being released. They are launching today. So these are actually launching now, and these are new bronzers and blushes, and these are called Cheek Terre, and they are inspired by Italy, which I think is really exciting. If you didn't know, my husband is half Italian. His family is from Rome. So I have one of the blushes here to show you. They sent me all the blushes, but I asked them to only send me one bronzer because I don't need all the shades. I'm not a working makeup artist. So this is Serene Sienna, and the packaging is really cute, and there is like, these are more muted colors, and they have this beautiful my palms are sweaty. Mom spaghetti. If you know, you know. They're a little bit more like, almost like muted marbled colors. They do look matte with a sheen, and they look very, very intriguing. I cannot wait to try these. I honestly thought they were being released next week, but I'm gonna do something with these because these look beautiful. The packaging is very, very sturdy, and they're really fun. So that was one of the blushes, and I have the bronzer in medium, and I'm pretty sure that they have 4 shades of bronzer, and the bronzer comes in a purple compact instead. And this is what the medium one looks like. There is a little like purple in here, which is probably gonna just make it a little bit more neutral, but I overall think that these look really interesting. And you know what I really, really like and respect with WhatsUp Beauty? They don't just come out with eyeshadow palettes. I just really respect that. Not that there's anything wrong with coming out with eyeshadow palettes, but they're just coming out with a bunch of different things. They have eyeliners and lipsticks and eyeshadow palettes and brushes and nail polishes, and now they have blushes and highlighters they have from before and bronzers. They're just doing a bunch of different things, and I think that that is just building a foundation for your brand. They're also available at Amazon. If you're shopping from Amazon, you can buy WhatsUp Beauty at Amazon. I will link that down below as well. I know a bunch of you prefer shopping from Amazon, so there are some brands that are available there, and WhatsUp Beauty is one of them. So those I had here with me. Maybe we can do another like trying new makeup soon, and I can include those because they look so luxurious. I have one more. This week has been the week of bonus videos. I actually think, you know, a week has 7 days. I actually think I'm uploading I think I'm uploading 10 videos this week. This is me reevaluating my life choices, but I just have so much to show you. So much. I've had so much fun, but I've also been very stressed. But like, there is just so many things going on right now. So if you like my videos and if you like my channel, I totally understand though if you're not able to watch all of them. But if you do, thank you so much for supporting my channel and for watching all the videos. It really does help out. And if nothing else, maybe you can save them in your watch later and watch them later on, as I will not be able to upload this many videos throughout like the future. Sometimes everything wants to happen at the same time. But I do have something else as well, and I don't have it here in front of me. Okay, but I have this one as well. This is the new upcoming Christmas holiday collection by Cosmic Beauty. And I did have a bonus video that was live this week, which was me unboxing and trying the Cosmic Beauty mystery box. And If you haven't seen that, if you want to get spoilers of what's in the mystery box is getting restocked at the end of November, and this holiday collection is being revealed and released next week. You can use my code Angeshka at Cosmic Beauty and get 10% off. Cosmic Beauty is also an indie brand that is based out of the UK, and they're a fairly affordable indie brand in the grand scheme of things, and they're one of my favorite formulas. I love their color stories, I love their formula, I just love everything about the brand, and you're not prepared. You're not prepared for this collection. I'm just saying it right now. You are not prepared. E.L.F. is releasing new shades of their Glow, I think they call it Reviver. Yes, the Glow Reviver Lip Oil Glimmer. And these are now coming out with a shimmery formula. And I'm not glittery, shimmery lip gal. I like a metallic, but the glittery shimmery, it's not my thing. I can sometimes like it if it's very subtle and if it just gives like almost like a wet effect to the lips. Oh my gosh, my hair is frizzy. Don't look at that. But I'm not a person who gets excited about a shimmery lip gloss or a glittery lip gloss or anything like that. So for me, this is not something that I want or need. But I can tell you right now, I love the lip oil formula from E.L.F. I think it is a really beautiful one. It's a little, I don't want to say thicker because it makes it sound like it's going to be goopy or sticky, but it has a little bit of a cushion to it. So it looks and feels more substantial on the lips. I think it's beautiful. It's not good for the price. It is a good formula. And I've already filmed all of my declutters and I saved my lip oil from E.L.F. because I think it's beautiful. So I like the idea of new shades. I just don't want a shimmery one. Also, did you see that my first episode of my declutter series came live this week? And so it has begun. Episode 2 is coming next week. I'm so excited for you to see that because I've gone through so many things in my collection. But yeah, those are coming, or they might even already be available. Yes, they're already available. I will link those down below. Also, we have seen a new lip gloss from L'Oreal, and this is the Plump Ambition Hyaluron Lip Oil. Oh, it's not a lip gloss, it's a lip oil. Oh, okay. I always say that like, formulas, they usually come from either indie brands or like one mainstream brand that's coming with something new, and then they usually trickle down to all mainstream brands, and then they usually get to the drugstore brands and the luxury brands last. I shouldn't say least, last. And now we've seen lip oils that have been so popular. They're now coming to the drugstore. So I am assuming that spring 2025, we are going to see even more lip oils from designer luxury brands, like beauty brands. That's what, maybe that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, but those are coming soon to their website and retailer. 10 different shades, $10.25 each. I think they're nice, but I don't need another lip oil, but it's always nice to have more options at the drugstore. We've also been able to see more sneak peeks of the upcoming palette from Bella Beauty Bar. They are doing a collab together with Sassy Fairy, and I've talked about this one before, but now we have seen a black and white inside of the palette. I would assume that this one is also being revealed and released next week. I have not gotten this in PR. I have not seen it yet. If I do get it, I will do some swatches. I will show you what it looks like, hopefully before it's launching. But I'm sure there's going to be swatches online regardless. I mean, nobody's going to have to buy anything blind. But it does look like there's some dark shades, some light shades. I'm loving just the contrast of this palette, and that's why I wanted to show you black and white. Because even though it's black and white, you can still tell a couple of things from this. You can tell that there's a mix between mattes and shimmers. You can tell that there are different formulations in the shimmers because they're different, like how finely milled they look. You can also tell that it goes from really light to really dark in both shimmers and mattes. So I'm really intrigued to see what this is going to be. As soon as I know, I will let you know. Again, you can use the code with Bella Beauty Bar. And I think with a lot of these brands, it's going to be like if you buy the new release, you can get some money off an affiliate code. And if you just want to buy from the sale, they might have a code that gives you money off the sale. It's usually not super easy when it comes to affiliate codes. Some brands will let you stack a code, some won't. If the product is already discounted on the site, always try to stack an affiliate on top of it because you will probably be able to get even more money off. That's just going to be my general rule of thumb when it comes to Black Friday with indie brands. If the product is already discounted on the site, you can probably stack an affiliate code on top of it. rule of thumb. E.L.F. has also released a Holy Strokes Microfine Brow Pen. This is the kind of brow pen that I use. I use it to draw in some hairs in the beginning of my brows. It is basically like a brush tip eyeliner pen, but instead of being a fully opaque eyeliner, it is a slightly half sheer brow products like color, so that you can draw in some hairs without it looking too sharp and too much. Like, it's not black, it's like different brow colors. This one comes in 7 shades, it's $7 each, and I can promise you right now that I will one way or another try this, because I like the one from NYX Cosmetics. I have repurchased that one for years and years and years. Since I lived in Sweden, I have used that one. I've used it today. It's literally the best one, but that does not mean that I don't want to try this one, because this one is even more affordable. And if this one is as good, and when I zoom in, it does look like a brush and not like a felt tip applicator, which is what I want, and that gives the finest strokes, and it usually lasts the longest. So I will be trying this one, and I will report back to you if I think that this one is as good but at a lower cost, because if it is, that would be amazing. We also have been able to see all the fragrances from House of Marste, which is Marlena Stell, the former owner of Makeup Geek. She has come out with a fragrance brand. She did say she was going to send these to me in PR. I have not received them yet, so I'm going to hold up a little bit more before purchasing any of these to see if they show up or not. But we do have 6 different scents. We have Jardin de Luxembourg, and it is green mandarin, rhubarb, basil, petitgrain, white lilac, neroli, clove, Virginia cedar, ambret seed, and musk. That one seems like it's gonna be my favorite, because it's got rhubarb, basil, green mandarin, and it has clove in it, which means spicy green citrus, a little zesty. That is exactly what I want. I definitely think that one. Like I said, there's a couple of other ones. Also, the one that's called Montmartre Midi is grapefruit, cardamom, juniper berry. And then it has honey and like cedarwood in the base. That one also sounds like it could be very me. There's a hazelnut, chai spice, plum, black tea. That one sounds good too. But there is rose in that one, and there is musk in that one. And those are 2 things that if they take over, if they're too dominant, I usually don't like the fragrance. That is a Nuit Parisienne. So those might be for me, but they also might not be for me. Let me see if I can find the other ones. Here we are. The other ones is Essence Vanilla, which is vanilla, coriander, and key lime. Again, that varies. I like some vanilla fragrances, but I will say vanilla is not my favorite note. Then we have Essence Santal, which is sandalwood, cardamom, musk. Again, I love cardamom in scents, but musk, it can go down hills for me. The leaf blower is literally outside my window. Sir, you were here before. Are you telling me you need to go? This is the 2nd time he's here today. I don't know what to tell you, but the show must go on. I simply do not have time to wait for him to pass again. I already waited for him to pass this morning, and now he's back again doing the exact same thing again. I didn't know you need to walk by with a leaf blower twice in a day, but he needs to do his job, I need to do my job. And I will say I did look at Makeup on Your Radar for information about these fragrances, but she did have one of them wrong. And the actual notes for Essence Mandarin is green mandarin, ginger, and ambret. Amber and ambret is also one of those where I don't always love how those smell on me. So we will see how I feel about that as well. Again, if I do get them in PR, I will let you know about all of them and tell you how I feel about them. If I don't get them in PR, I will buy 1 or 2 of them myself. But I was told I was going to get them in PR, so we will see if they show up or not. I am very intrigued to smell this, because I will say Marlena has a great sense of good fragrances. I've seen her talk about fragrances on social media, and she likes a lot of things. We don't usually have the same taste in fragrances, but she doesn't stray away from unusual notes and unusual fragrances, and that is something that I appreciate. So those are already available, actually. I will link the site down below. We also have a new palette from Clarity Cosmetics, and this one is called Rain. It's Clarity Rain palette. Okay, so this is a bigger palette that has a few different shades. It's almost like a neutral palette and a colorful palette together, but they're almost like giving that like a colorful sunset and then like a neutral sunset. I like this color story. It maybe is slightly too big for my personal liking. I don't mind a palette that has more shades to choose from, but I think maybe this palette has just a couple too many for my personal liking. But I will say the swatches do look incredible, and I did see that Steph's Beauty Stash did put up a video with this palette, so if you're interested in seeing it in action, I did see that she had one. I saw it showing up on my feed if you want to see some more information about this one. There's also a new release from Glow Recipe, and this is the Niacinamide Hue Drops in Rosy Glow. So this, they actually sent this to me, and they sent me two. I don't know why they sent me two, but this is basically their niacinamide drops. There are like this glowy drop that you can use as skincare, or you can use it as a makeup prep as well if you like a glowy skin, that has like a pink sheen to it. That is the absolute least I want. I don't want anything to lean pink on me. I don't see how this would be good on me, on my skin tone, but I do think that if you have a more pinky leaning undertone, this would be a good alternative instead of those like more bronzy drops that they had. Those worked really good on me. I could use those without any problem, but if you have a more pinky undertone, those would probably look a little dirty on you, and this could be a good alternative instead. So I like them being able to have two different shades, but the pink shimmer drops on my undertone, because I have a more golden undertone, that's an absolute no-go. That will not work for me. We also have been hit with the news that Paris Hilton is launching her 1111 beauty brand spring 2025, and she is launching it together with Gucci Ranker. I think that is like a bigger umbrella brand that is going to be able, like L'Oreal, but like something else, that's going to help her bring her vision for beauty and wellness to life, blending cutting edge technology with transformative results. I wonder what that means. Cutting edge technology does not really sound like we are going to be releasing lipsticks. I'm thinking this is going to probably be like LED masks. This is just me taking a stab in the dark. We are always like, every time we hear like, oh, a celebrity is coming out brand, we always think like Fenty. But I'm thinking this is going to be either something like that or maybe hair tools. I'm thinking that's where I'm at. This is what I'm guessing, but we'll see. Come spring, we'll see which one was correct. Now let's end with talking about the fact that LIMECRIME has announced that they are stopping their makeup sales completely. So LIMECRIME apparently sent out an email to their email list just announcing that they are going to stop selling makeup products and only sell hair care products. And I have understood for a really long time that nowadays when you hear people talk about LIMECRIME, it is either for one or two reasons. One of them is like they love their hair like because they have like more like funky hair coloring products, or they are reminiscing of like, do you remember when LIMECRIME was big? Like, it's never talking about their current makeup products. And I think that they have left all big retailers. I think they used to be at Sephora and they exited Sephora. They used to be at Ulta, they exited Ulta. They used to have an affiliate program that I don't think they were doing any longer. They didn't really send out PR to anyone. And they also like, and this is gonna sound weird, but sometimes you can tell that a brand is not doing great based on the kind of emails they send you as a creator. And LIMECRIME was very funny in the way that they sent a lot of emails wanting creators to do, like, you can do affiliate links with LIMECRIME. You can like make money doing affiliate links. Like, that was something new, but they never wanted to send out any products. They never wanted to have a PR list, but they were always pushing like, oh, you can link to these products. And when you said, oh, I actually don't own any LIMECRIME products, they were like, oh, you can link to it anyways. No, I really can't. I really can't. And I didn't myself purchase anything, and I was always like keeping an eye on them because I was like, well, maybe they'll release something fun that I want to try, because there was a time when LIMECRIME had really interesting makeup, but they didn't really release a lot of new things. And when they did, it just felt a little tired, and nobody was reviewing them. Nobody was on their, I say nobody. When I say nobody, I mean, I watch a lot of beauty, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I watch a lot. I am keeping up, okay? I'm keeping up with the Makeup Joneses, okay? Nobody that I watch or follow buys LIMECRIME, reviews LIMECRIME, talks about LIMECRIME. You don't see them in any stores. I didn't even see them doing ads on Instagram. You hardly even see the makeup news Instagram like pages like Trend Mood or Makeup on Your Radar or Point Click Vibes. You don't even see those pages mentioning LIMECRIME, and they just fell under the radar. Like, you kind of forgot about them. And now I'm almost like thinking, did they even release anything for a long time? And this makes me again think a little bit back to Colored Rain, but like this is a little bit different because we talked about Colored Rain's closing last week. And basically like they didn't keep up with the times, although they did have a big scandal when the former owner and founder of LIMECRIME, what was her name? Jane Doe? Was that her name? Doe Deer. Jane Doe, that's something else. Doe Deer. I'm gonna get roasted for that in the comments. Be nice, okay? I'm doing my best here. Doe Deer was getting herself into all kinds of scandals. If you want to see more about that, there are probably a million videos about that. And nowadays we're back into the people like to rehash old dramas. I'm sure there's even newer videos about this drama. That would not surprise me at all if you could find a new video on the rehashing this old drama. With that being said, she had to leave the company, and I don't really think the brand ever recovered after that. And I also feel like they weren't keeping up with the trends, both in the kind of makeup that they came up with, but also in the way that they chose to market themselves. Because for a long time, there were some brands that were so popular that they didn't need an affiliate program. They didn't need to send out PR. They didn't need to tell people about their new things because they were so popular that people would do it for them. I am thinking ABH, I'm thinking LIMECRIME, I'm thinking Juvia's Place. There were some brands that didn't really do a lot. Juvia's Place didn't have a PR list for quite some time. They didn't send out any PR because people would still buy it because they like to review it. But where Juvia's Place kept up with the time and started releasing other things than eyeshadow palettes, they tried to keep up with the times and be trendy with the kind of products that they released. They got into Ulta, they started an affiliate program. Now they're on TikTok instead, having an affiliate program on TikTok. They started a PR list. They've been like trying to update their PR list, putting people on, taking people off. LIMECRIME never did that. They didn't really have a PR list. They definitely did not update their PR list. They weren't really thinking about what was trendy when it came to the makeup products. They kept producing the kind of makeup that would have been popular if it came out in 2016, 17, but people just weren't excited about that in 2022. So I feel like they just fell off. And I think that that is one of the things with brands. If you are super popular, that does not mean that you can lean back and think it's always going to be like that. Because it's literally, what was that show on the Designer Show? One day you're in, the next day you're out. That could not be more true than with the makeup community. One day you're in and the next day you're out. Drama or no drama. If you release 2 boring collections in a row, people snooze and they move on and they forgot all about you. Now I'm going to go to the LIMECRIME website and I want to see what they have. I'm sure they're having a really great sale right now. That would not surprise me. Let's go and see. It says shop now up to 85% off, end of an era, stock up before they're gone, shop our makeup must-haves at 80% off, up to 80% off before they disappear for good. So let's see Shop All Eyes and see what we have. Oh yeah, they were doing these smaller palettes and those were cute. But when those small palettes were no longer popular, they didn't do any other formats. They tried with some of the bigger palettes, but they never really played around with eyeshadow formats. These palettes were kind of thick and they never really played around with what else can we do? What is popular? What do people want to see like right now? Their hair products are still doing great though, and that's the one they're keeping because that's what people want to see. They still had their matte lipsticks, which again, matte lipsticks were so in, and I think matte lipsticks are coming back, but they never really had a hit with their formulas that wasn't a matte lipstick. I just think that they weren't really keeping up with the times, and I think that there is a lot of iconic nostalgic brands that were super big for a while that are gonna start trickling off because they are not keeping up. what kind of marketing do you need to do in 2025? What kind of products do you need to do in 2025? What kind of pictures? Who do you need to send PR to? What kind of color stories and formats and formulas? What are people interested in 2025? Because it is not the same as 2016, 2017. It is not the same people that are driving traffic. It is not the same. People are not even looking for makeup in the same places anymore. And it's just all is very different right now. Is it different good? Is it different bad? Honestly, I can't even tell you. I preferred, of course, when beauty reviews were here on YouTube because you could hear people actually talking about stuff. I hate the short form. This is the best thing I've ever tried. Look at this swatch, go buy it. And then you move on to the next thing and you never hear the person mention that stuff again. I hate it, but the younger audience loves it. And if brands can't accept that, then maybe they'll fall off. It is what it is. So I think it's a sad thing, but I also like, when I saw the news, I was like, I forgot they existed. I forgot they existed. I had not thought about that brand in a hot minute. Ooh, we've also been able to see the inside of the Lunar Beauty's new day and night palettes. These are launching on TikTok first. I'm telling you, that's where things are happening right now. I don't know if I'm getting this in PR or not. I do have a discount code with Lunar Beauty so that if you're not ordering on TikTok, you can get 10% off if you're ordering from the Lunar Beauty website. And these are going to be 2 smaller palettes, 9 pans, and I don't know if other things are launching with this collection or not. I'll try and hunt down some pictures and show you here next, but they are going to be launching on his website as well. And I think they're launching on TikTok first, and then they're launching either the day after or a couple of days after on their website. Again, these are smaller neutral palettes. These are not exactly bold enough to be like intriguing for me. I like the Midnight Siren palette that he had before, and that like mushroom, or was that like the Groovy Moon? What was it called? That one, I love that one a lot. Those were more up my alley with like color stories. These are more safe, muted, mid-tone neutral palettes, which a lot of people love. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people love. I just don't think they're gonna be my favorite like palettes from the brand. But again, I like that he's playing it up with a smaller eyeshadow palette, because right now, the audience that he's trying to reach, which I think he is trying to be on TikTok more since he is doing a pre-launch on TikTok, they're not that into eyeshadow. So launching 9 pans makes sense. So I think, again, you need to be smart. You need to keep up with the times. I'm excited to see more about this, though. And I think he's having a reveal video, and I will be watching that one. Because, again, I think he just sneak peek launched on TikTok early. It is what it is. I can't even be upset about it anymore. I don't have TikTok shop, so I can't shop on TikTok. So maybe I'm just sad that I'm left behind, but I can't even be mad about it. Brands are just out here trying to make money, trying to make the moves that are best for their business. I can't be sad about that. It is what it is. Brands are not your friends. Even though you might be friends with the brand owners, brands are out here trying to make money. I am starting to look a little glowy. But the makeup is still looking pretty fierce, though. I hope you're having an amazing, amazing, amazing day. If you missed any of my videos this week, and if you're bored this weekend, don't forget to check them out. Also, don't forget to check out the community tab if you want to join in on the live that I'm having with my members, Tier 2 and Tier 3 on Saturday morning. There will be more videos this weekend, and there will be quite a few videos next week as well. I'm so excited to show you everything I've been working on. Also, thank you so much again, Halara, for sponsoring this video. Big fan of Halara. Don't forget to check their offer in the description box as well. I hope you're having an amazing weekend, and I will see you very soon for a new video. Bye!